bringing you the latest from Utah State University's Uinta Basin Regional Campus. This is Aggie Update. Now, here's your host, Bob Peterson.
Thanks for joining us today. On this week's show, we've invited Leslie Jessup, who joins us in studio. She's our brand new academic advisor here at USU in the Vernal office. Leslie, it's so nice to have you here.
I'm glad to be here, Bob. I grew up in the Uinta Basin, and I'm kind of glad to return back to Vernal after 6 years of being out on the Wasatch Front. So,
the Uinta Basin has numerous Aggies amongst us all. You're definitely an Aggie because you're following in your parents' footsteps. So let our audience just listen a little bit about who you are, where you come from, and a little bit about Leslie Jessup, because she's going to be serve a vital role here at USU in the Vernal area, specifically for students as they come inquire about programs at USU.
Well, I've been around Uinta County for a long time. My mom was the Uinta County Extension Agent for Utah State University and has served our county for many years. We've taken lots of canning questions at 4 a.m. in the morning. You wouldn't believe how many people misread the labels and can late into the night. 4 a.m. Yeah. So I've kind of lived my entire life at Utah State and in the business of academics and wanting to strive to be a part of the university and getting involved with lots of activities like county fair and the 4-H program.
Daughter, of course, of Rhonda and Wade Olson. Everybody knows them in the community, and you're right, your mom's played a wonderful role in the USU Extension world, and that's great training for you as you come back to USU, not in the Extension format, but in the regional campus.
It is. One of the things that I remember from growing up is when Kermit Hall came around, the Utah State University president, and said that he was going to milk a cow in every county of the state. And I remember him coming and milking the cow here. And I think I took him quite literally, because in the course of getting my degree, definitely right degree right here, right now, everywhere that I went around the state as I moved from place to place, I ended up taking classes. So I went to the Logan campus, the Uinta Basin campus straight out of high school, hit Tooele campus. I had to go to classes in Beaver for a couple of weeks, and I've just been around. So Utah State's been great. No
doubt that gives you a lot of that experience where, you know, those of us in the regional campus world that few have possessed, so that's to your benefit. I just might add that when Leslie applied for the job, there were a lot of applicants, and with this experience that Leslie's had and has gained, it's helped her to obtain the position. We're just so happy that you're joining us. So after Uinta High School, graduated from Uinta, you came to the Uinta Basin campus.
I came right into the Uinta Basin campus as a freshman student and spent a year and a half here until I had saved up enough money to jump away from home and go to Logan for a semester. And then I had to return because the faculty here at the Uinta Basin campus was so personable that I had a really hard time being up on campus and just being amongst the numbers. Great experience on campus, but I was really used to that personal touch. I'm kind of a human service type personality and like to be around people and share intimate conversation with them, so it wasn't quite as much fun for me to be up on campus. And that's why I'm excited to be here as an advisor, because that's my field, is human services. I enjoy meeting and working with people and solving their problems.
So you obtained your degree, interesting enough, in elementary education. So at one time, and maybe in the future, still holds for you a teaching career.
Hopefully, at some point in time, I'll be teaching. I love kids, love that experience. Really enjoyed elementary education. But like I said, the USU blood runs really thick for me. I just grew up doing so many activities and spent my summers up on campus doing 4-H camps as a state 4-H ambassador, and was very used to giving students tours of the university, and I wanted everyone to come to Utah State, and I love Utah State, and I couldn't get away from that environment after I graduated. I really wanted to be here. So
you're new to the Uinta Basin, but in the last 20 seconds or so before break, you also did a little stint at the Salt Lake office too.
I did. I was a staff assistant and helped with registration at the Salt Lake campus.
So you've had some experience before coming here. When we come back from the break, we're going to visit more with Leslie and about her role as an advisor and how important that is for our students here. We'll be right back.
At Utah State University, We understand your priorities because we live in the same communities. We realize you don't want to give up what you love to get what you need. That's why we offer over 40 quality degree programs in communities throughout Utah.
Welcome back to Aggie Update. We're here with Leslie Jessup, our brand new academic advisor working at the Vernal campus for the Uinta Basin campus. Leslie, the role of an advisor is so critical, and again, so happy that you've joined our team. You spoke about the interest you had in working with people, and the experience that you've had certainly has aided you in that effort. The role of an advisor, talk just for a moment, if you will. We can share stories about how important advisors have been in your life as you've gone through your academic career.
I started off with Sylvia Robinson. Well, actually, I started out with you, but I transitioned to Sylvia Robinson, and she just really created a plan that worked for me and for what my skills, talents, and abilities were, and for what I wanted to do with a focus in my education. And I ended up getting a math science emphasis and a social studies emphasis. And as I was graduating, there were several people that had stated to me from other campuses that they didn't even know that they could get to emphasis in elementary education. So I was grateful for that information.
Well, and especially a program like Elementary Ed, and there's others, but it's hard sometimes to navigate through with all the different emphasis and the timing of the classes. Myself, being on campus in Logan, you know, I think I saw an advisor twice. Now, I followed an older brother into his degree program, and so he kind of became my advisor, but we can't stress enough to our audience there, the viewers who are maybe contemplating coming to school and joining USU, that the advisor plays a very critical role for you. And so let Leslie, let Peggy and Josh and anybody at USU help you with your navigating through your program, because it's hard. And I often tell students, Leslie, that once I'm not advising as much as I used to, that's why you're here, but you always are advising, it seems. And I tell students, seems like you get more education out of just going through the system sometimes than the classes, because it's kind of a hard thing to do. So you've been here just a few weeks, but you're already having fun helping students out.
Well, I was just thinking, as you were saying that I have been here for a few weeks, and I've already gotten several emails of different changes in policies and things that are going on, and a student can't possibly keep up with those multiple changes all the time. They're focused on academics, and we want to keep them focused on academics and getting their degree finished. And let us worry a little bit about some of the details and come in and ask the questions, and we'll tell you how the policies have changed. So,
quick role play. I didn't prep you for this. You ready? I'm
Sure.
a brand new student. I'm coming up sitting in front of Leslie Jessup. Leslie, I'm a brand new student. Help me out. What do I need to do?
Well, have you applied for admissions yet, Bob?
I have.
You have? Excellent. You're a golden student. We're glad you've done that.
And that's an important step, but Leslie will ask that question and lead you to a computer to help you do it yourself, or she'll even help you be admitted to USU.
Have you picked a major?
I'm having a little difficulty with that right now. I'm leaning toward business and perhaps filled in human development.
Okay. What I want to do is get you started with some general education requirements, and let's maybe take a look at Econ 1500, which is an introductory course that would help you fill out whether business is a good fit for you or not. And
so you're already giving me steps on how to satisfy a general education requirements with one that's required for business. Very good, because if you don't receive the advising for that, you might take a class that you didn't need. And time after time, Leslie, we have students that do that and think, oh man, if I'd have caught wind of that, I would have substituted that class for here. And so an advisor is really important to see. Any other advice for the new students prior to them coming to see you, or an invitation for them to come visit?
Just make sure you check our uintabasin.usu.edu website and check the student link and check what we've got going for scholarship dates and deadlines. That has all the information for when semesters start and what courses are available. So
we have a they call it a SOAR, a student orientation type program that students go through, and so many of the campuses across the state have that built in, and they have a separate program. Ours is online. And few of them even access that, but they count on you and I and others to give that to them during their first couple of visits. So you see yourself in that role as well, in helping students answer all their questions.
Well, we'll answer as many as I know.
Still leave it to the responsibility of the student, but
It is.
But we're giving them advice. Leslie, I know the viewers and those who are contemplating going to USU will find you most appealing to come visit with and very helpful to them. Thank you for joining us at USU, and I know they'll look forward to meeting you. And we'll bring you back on other times where we can continue that role play.
I'd be glad to do that, Bob.
Thanks, Leslie. That's all for now. We'll join you next time on Aggie Update. Thanks for joining us.